Namaskar. Prayers for your and your family members' safety and health. In this video lesson, we are going to read chapter number 2 about Evelyn Glennie further. Hope you have seen the first video lesson where we started this chapter. In the first part of the chapter, we were introduced to Evelyn Glennie, a Scottish girl who lost her hearing at a very ripe age of 11 years. But by the time she was 27, she had understood the passion and she took admission in the Royal Music Academy of London. At the age of 8, when she was still in her school, one day she was called to play the piano, but she did not respond. It was the beginning of gradual hearing loss. At the age of 11, she was diagnosed with deafness when she started losing her marks. At that point of time, the headmistress and the parents noticed that she had some problem in hearing. She was taken to the doctor. When she was 11 years of age, she wanted to play xylophone. Her friends laughed at her. How can a deaf girl play xylophone? How can she be associated to music? But then she had known her passion. Though she was discouraged by her classmates, there was one teacher who encouraged her, who identified, who noticed the talent of this girl. This teacher was Ron Forbes. He decided to do one experiment with this girl. He took 2 drums, one big, one small, and then asked Evelyn to feel the music. He asked her to open her mind, and she did that. She could feel the vibrations of the drum. Then she had decided to take the open test for getting entry into the Royal Music Academy of London. And at the age of 16, she applied for that college and she got the highest marks, and that way she got entry in that music college. And in a very short period of time, she toured the world. She learnt music and she became very famous. In a very short period of time, she also learnt to play 1,000 different types of percussion instruments. So that is the story of Evelyn Glennie. We read part 1 to 5. We came to know that with determination and with hard work, Evelyn Glennie became the rising star in the field of music. In today's video lesson, we will read further from part 6. Let us read. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. So in this part, we come to know that the interviewer or the writer must have gone to Evelyn Glennie to take her interview. and the interviewer must have had a beard. So, therefore, she is saying that I have trouble lip reading if there is beard on the face. And therefore, she says, men with bushy beards give me trouble, because she will not be able to um, identify or understand by the lip movements what the person is speaking. But then she is very smart. She speaks Scottish language, and this is because she was a Scottish girl, and she could speak the language because she did not she was not deaf since her birth. It was only gradually that she lost hearing, and therefore she was able to learn the language, mother tongue. Scottish language was her mother tongue. It is also very interesting to know that she also learned French, and she could learn basic Japanese. So that way we can say that Evelyn Glennie was a very scholarly person. Part 7. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. So, in this part, we are told how she feels music, the vibrations. When she beats the xylophone or drums, the vibrations are sensed by her body. Through her legs and through the skin, she would understand music. When she is playing the xylophone, the vibrations come through her fingertips. So, this way, this is a very different type of experience of music. Part 8. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, in this part, we come to know that when she plays music, when she plays drums, when she plays xylophone, she enthralls the audience. She captures the attention of the audience. Because of her skill, she received the award named Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. That was in the year 1991. One of the master percussionists, James Blades, is also awestruck by the talent of this girl, Evelyn Glennie. He says that what we hear through our ears, she feels through her body. And she feels it more deeply. And that's why she is able to express the music so beautifully well. Part 9. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says, She is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. So, in this part, we come to know that she is a workaholic. That means she works really very hard. She just works and works. But with this hard work, she does not get tired. In fact, the rewards are enormous. She gets back so much. And apart from regular concerts, she also gives free concerts. So we see that she is a philanthropist. She is a social worker. She gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals to make people happy, to make the patients happy, to make the prison inmates happy. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, one NGO, is all praise for Evelyn Glennie. According to Anne, Evelyn is a shining inspiration for deaf children. And deaf children look forward to be in the company of Evelyn. Part 10. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So Evelyn Glennie, a deaf lady, is an inspiration to many people. People compare themselves with Evelyn and they say, if a deaf girl can do so much in life, we normal people can definitely achieve something. So she is enormous inspiration, and because of her music, because of the skill of music, she gives pleasures to millions of people across the world. And she is very talented. She has accomplished more than most people double her age, twice her age. And the percussion instruments, which were considered to be the background of music, she brought percussion to the front of the orchestra. So in this chapter we have seen Evelyn Glennie with her passion, with her determination and hard work, and despite the handicap that she had, that is, despite her deafness, she pursued her career in music and gained a lot of popularity. She has played in so many countries. She has played for so many people. She is an inspiration to many people in the world. I hope you also are moved by, you also are inspired by Evelyn Glennie. That was a chapter. I want you to read this chapter once again and prepare the question answers of this chapter. Also, list down the hard words from the chapter and using the dictionary, find the meanings of those hard words. That was all for this session. Meet you in the next session. Till then, bye. God bless you. May peace be with you.